Just one second, guys. I just found how to do that, but I need to check something with Google Workspace to activate the option. Um, um, let's just start. I don't want to waste your time, guys. I will try to find the option when we will go through the questions. So the way we can set up the call, if you don't mind, we can go over your first questions, answering as soon as you have one related to some integration issue you can have, or stuff where you want to discuss some features or things you need that you can't find actually on the smart contract v3. So yeah, maybe we can help. I don't know if maybe Francis, you want to start with your questions?
Yeah, absolutely. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of background, I mean, I'm relatively new in this space, so my questions are going to be relatively basic. Uh, we have a contract that is holding some assets, and we're ultimately looking to just figure out the best way to earn some yield on those assets. So on our UI, I was literally just going to put a button that says earn yield, but that's kind of where I'm stuck. Like, what's the best way to integrate any of the fixed income contracts, kind of from that starting point? Like, should I clone the UI of the 88 MPH and kind of try to integrate it from there, or sorry, I know it's kind of like a generic question, but yeah, what's the best way to just kind of take those funds and hook into, I guess, the deposit contract?
Do you want to take that one, Zephyr?
Yeah. So, do you just want the deposit feature, or do you also want like an interface for the user to manage their deposits?
Ideally, the latter would be awesome. But as a starting point, I'd be happy with just the deposits. But yeah, if they can interact with some sort of UI, that would be perfect.
Yeah. So if you just want to do deposits, like the smart contract interface should be like really simple. It's just like a function called deposit. And you just call it. For the interface, you can probably look at what we have in the front end repo to kind of see how we're doing it. It's
Okay.
also like fairly straightforward. We just fetch the data of the deposits from our subgraph.
Okay, gotcha. So take a look at the front end UI code, and that's the easiest way. Otherwise, if I'm just looking to access the deposit, I can, in my contract, I guess when you click that earn yield
Mhm.
button, that's when I can build in the logic to just call that deposit contract with die. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That helps a lot. I appreciate it.
Okay, cool. Maybe Raoul, do you have some questions for us?
Like I want to use 88 mph in my project, and if you want me to explain what my project is, I can very happily do that, and you can give me suggestions on how best to implement 88 mph.
Okay, can you repeat the last question?
Yeah, I said that I'm implementing a project where I need a fixed instrument, fixed deposit instrument, and I need 88 mph for that. So if you want, I can explain my project to you, and then you can best explain how to implement 88 MPS for that.
Yeah, probably the firm can help you like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
walk through the different ways you can integrate the first step.
Yeah, so about integration, I heard that I had to go on the Rinkebai network, and that is where the test networks of 88 MPS are deployed. So I am not at that stage right now where I'm interacting with the contract. So just a walkthrough of how to interact with Rinkebai would be great if you can show that.
Sorry, is your question how to like interact with the Rinkeby network?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Suppose I have written a smart contract and that
Mhm.
contract has, say, 500 USDT, USDC, whatever, and I
Mhm.
want that invested in 88 MPH fixed yield bonds
Mhm.
for uh, for X number of days. X would be input by the users.
Mhm.
So, how exactly do I go on implementing that? If you can just show me or even just tell me, that would be great.
Uh, yeah. So as I said before, depositing is really simple. You just call a function called deposit with the necessary parameters. Uh, if you need to know like the address of the Rinkeby contracts, it's in our smart contract repo. It's under like deployments, exported, so it should be really easy to find.
I
Cool.
will
And
yeah.
I read that whenever we deposit with 88 MPH, our cryptocurrencies, we get some MPH coins with that. So if I'm
Mhm.
interacting using a contract with your dApp, then where do those MPH coins go? To the contract or to someone else?
Yeah, so when you make a deposit, you also get an NFT that represents your MPH vesting stream. So if you like, yeah, you can just send that, transfer that NFT to like the account that you actually want to receive the MPH rewards.
No, I got the NFT part. I'm talking about the MPH tokens that we get upon each deposit. We do get
Yeah,
tokens, right? Like MPH.
exactly. So when you make a deposit, you start a vesting stream of MPH. That's like your reward stream, right? And there's like a separate NFT that represents the stream. So like you can just transfer this to like whoever you want to receive the MPH rewards.
Okay, okay, sure, got it. And how do I return that 30% that is to be returned after the maturity period? I have to program it in the smart contract itself.
Uh, Sorry, I didn't quite get that.
So I read that upon the maturity of your fixed bonds
Mm-hmm.
instruments, we have
Mm-hmm.
to return around 30% of the MPH coins that were awarded to us in the first place.
Oh, right. That's no longer the case in ADM PHP 3. Like you don't need to pay anything back.
Oh, 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 cool, cool, really cool. Nice. And wow, so that is all about my technical doubts, if that is what this workshop was for.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do have the time, I would really love to understand how do you provide stable returns in such a volatile market that is crypto. So if you have the time, you can explain. Otherwise, I can ask you sometime later.
Uh, yeah. Like, Guillaume, do you want to take that?
Yeah, no, can you repeat the question because I have a hard time to hear you.
I think the
I'm
question
sorry.
was how ADMPH like provides a stable interest.
Yeah, sure. So in the V3, the way we are doing it is we are taking a 30-day exponential moving average of the underlying money market we are using. Let's say, for example, we are using Compound or Aave. So there is volatile market rate there, and we extract this 30-day exponential moving average, and we offer a certain percentage of this market rate according to the duration. The maturity of your deposit will shape how much you can earn in terms of fixed interest rate. So let's say if you are depositing for 7 days, you will get 1%. If you deposit for longer, we will decrease a bit the amount of fixed interest rate you can earn because we don't have any crystal ball, so we can't predict really precisely of which kind of yield we will be able to extract from compound or Aave to finance the fixed interest rate we need to pay out to our end users. So we are like decreasing the yield you get as the fixed terms you get according to the maturity you are selecting. For 88 MPH V3, we have maturity between 7 days and 1 year. So according to what the user selects or what you select for building your application and managing the deposit, it's up to you. And yeah, it's basically the way we are extracting that. And it's not like just that. It will be like fairly a naive approach if we were just doing that, giving away the yield this way. So we are ensuring that 88 MPH stays solvent by allowing someone to speculate on the part of the yield we are giving out to our users, the fixed part. We are allowing our users also to finance, if I can say like that, this fixed term, this fixed interest rate via the yield token. The yield token is basically a package of the debt we have currently in the system of 88 MPH. When we give away fixed interest rate, basically there is a deficit created in the pool, so we can fund that deficit by generating some yield or on compound or Aave. But if it's not enough, we need to find another way to stay solvent. So in case the pool is not able to manage enough yield, extract enough yield from compound, we sell the yield token, and this yield token allows someone who purchases it to speculate basically on the future yield on Aave or compound. So this way, you can stay solvent for each pool. 88 MPH can stay solvent, but it's not mandatory for us to function. It's like if there is nobody buying the yield token, it's a bit fairly more risky for the pool, but it's fine. Like people, like everything continue to work as normal. It's just if everyone want to withdraw at the same time and there is not enough fund in the pool, that can be an issue in terms of solvency. So for this reason, there is also the yield token allowing to 88 MPH to stay solvent in different market conditions. Yeah, that's mainly how we are doing it currently.
So you mentioned about case where like many people want to withdraw at the same time. So is there a clause or a possibility that a user says that I want to deposit my coins for say 100 days, and at the end of 60 days he says that just give me back whatever interest there is, I want it right now. So can they break the period
The
which
terms, yeah. Yeah, they
okay
can withdraw early, but they will need to forfeit the interest. So let's say you have a maturity of 7 days. The contract is for 7 days between you and us, but you want to withdraw after the first day. You will be able to withdraw the initial deposit minus a fee. Like currently, we don't have yet a fixed fee for that, but like in Rinkaby, it's 0.5% for an early withdrawal fee, and you forfeit the interest earned so far. So you just withdraw your principal basically, but we allow that. So it's pretty flexible. If you want your money right now, you can get it back.
that is awesome. That really aligns well with what I am building, and that is so nice to hear. Thank you for building this. And
Oh yeah, cool,
Yeah.
and yeah, really cool to have you building something on top of 88 MPH. That's cool.
sure, thank you. So that this is
Um,
like it from my side.
okay, cool. Thanks, Raul. Um, Kevin, you were having some questions. Do you want
Yeah,
to go over
yeah.
live
Hello.
voice?
So right now I'm just working on a strategy, yield strategy with Badger. So they are using some form of Bitcoin. Right now we're just using WBTC, lending it out to Compound and then farming their comp token. I'm just wondering if there's some opportunity here with 88 MPH instead, and we could increase their APY if we're doing something with 88 MPH. I think farming your token might be good, so I'm just wondering if there's an opportunity here.
Yeah, definitely something. The way you can do it, like there is different strategy you can build. The most simple one is you deposit some version, wrapped version of Bitcoin on 88 MPH. You are able to harvest the yield, the fixed interest rate, and on top of that, you get the MPH rewards vested to you continuously according to the maturity, the duration of your deposit. Let's say you want to deposit for 1 year, we will vest the MPH reward during that year, and you get the principal plus the interest earned at the end of the maturity. With that MPH, as it's vested continuously during that period of time, you can do different stuff with it. You can stake it to earn the protocol revenue. We are sharing 100% of the protocol revenue with our MPH stakers. If I remember well, right now the staking APY is around 17%. Like last week, it was around that. So it can be like you can earn the yield, the fixed interest rate, the MPH rewards plus the staking rewards. So you can have like triple yield for your strategy if you want to make something more complex.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be a cool way to collaborate on that if you are open to do that, for sure.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good. That's pretty juicy too. So that's nice. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yep. But yeah, just like last detail, right now we don't support WBTC. We don't have yet a pool for that, at least on V2. We plan to
Yeah.
integrate more stuff on V3. Just wondering which asset you are just building stuff with WBTC right now?
So we're lending out WBTC to Comp right now, and then farming their Comp token. It's just a very simple strategy for now, but we're building on top of Badger. So Badger will allow any form of Bitcoin, any wrapped Bitcoin, any Ren BTC, and I think you have some Bitcoin options available anyway, right?
Yep. We have like different wrapped version of RAN BTC, SBTC, and OBTC, all
Okay.
on Curve.
Okay, yeah. Then it looks like there's a good opportunity here. Okay, that's solid. Okay, thank you.
Cool. And hey, everyone joining us right now. Any other questions for us, guys?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. We are not working on a project where we are building on top of 88 MPH, but we might provide some content about you guys on our project. So basically, we're working on a educational platform to onboard users into DeFi and also developers into Web3 in general. So I was wondering if there were some points you'd like to highlight some questions you get a lot, and you'd like some visuals for that, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, maybe as you know, we are cooking this V3. We plan to release it in a few days. We have a Rinkaby version right now. We are testing that before like opening that to our users.
Yeah.
So probably the best way for you to really understand what we are building, I will share with you a link to the Rinkaby version in a few days, like that you can directly play with it. It will be cool for you if you want to take screenshots or stuff like that for your for your
tutorial,
content.
for example. Yeah, exactly.
And the main things we are doing at ETH is offering fixed interest rates. So that's the main product. After that is like there is a token, there is a way to get governance right and dividends from the protocol by staking the token. And the way we de-risk 88 MPH, because like when you are offering fixed interest rates, you can't just do that like YOLOing stuff. You need to find a way to kind of ensure that everyone can withdraw their money when they want and at different market conditions. So we are introducing a new concept that already exists in V2. We call it in V2 floating rate bonds. In V3, it will be named yield token. But it's basically doing kind of the same thing as in V2, is allowing someone to speculate on the future yield of compound or Aave. Let's say we are using component Aave right now under the hood to extract the volatile rate, the market rate on these platforms, and us via what we call a 30-day EMA oracle. It's our interest rate oracle for compound Aave. We extract that and we offer a percentage of the 30-day EMA of the underlying protocol we are using. Let's say on currently on compound, the 30-day EMA is 5%. Us, we will offer 2.5% fixed interest rate. And we are ensuring that we can offer that also with this yield token, making sure that kind of the protocol is there and we stay solvent on the long term at different market conditions. Let's say if Aave or compound, the rate on this kind of market goes to 1, for example, and we have users where we promise to our users to earn 2.5%, it could be really an issue for us in terms of solvency. So via the yield token, we are allowing users to buy this yield token. By buying it, they will earn a floating rate on the deposit of 88 MPH. Let's say you buy for $5 worth of the yield token on 88 MPH. This $5 allow you to earn interest on 105 DAI, for example, because the $5 worth of yield token are directly attached to a deposit of, let's say, for an example, 100 DAI deposit. So this way, we are allowing someone on our platform to speculate on the yield of the future yield of a compound or Aave this way. So it's really interesting in terms of like, it's kind of not something that exists yet. I don't like, is like a different way of dealing with this solvency management. Other protocol are doing it differently. They compute their fixed interest rate differently. Us, it's like an exotic approach, if I can say like that, where we want to stay flexible, we want to stay solvent, of course, and we want to kind of offer the best yield possible with this mix of in the equation. So yeah, it's the best way for currently we found for doing all of that at the same time, staying flexible, offering no limit in terms of liquidity. You can deposit 1 million, 2 million, 10 million on 88 MPH, and it's still open for business. It's not something you can do on other protocol really easily, because they need to build liquidity pool for doing this kind of things. Is more difficult to scale also. So yeah, we will see in the next month how they develop. But yeah, we wanted to stay with this flexibility for all users in terms of liquidity, in terms of scalability and solvency. So yeah, it's not a perfect solution, but it's kind of,
Yeah,
at least it's kind of working.
That seems awesome. And actually, I was going to ask, have you encountered any edge case where this mechanism wasn't really fitting well, or you had some issues regarding that?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Zephram, but so far so good in terms of solvency. I mean, like just talking about risk management. In terms of solvency, it's not because the yield token is not bought by someone that 88MPH stopped working. It's just an extra layer for ensuring a better solvency.
All right.
But like, it's not everyone at the same time that will want to withdraw their funds. So we can be insolvent for a temporary time on one pool, for example, but it's not happening yet. But if it's happened, it's not really a big issue, in the sense that the user won't be able to withdraw all their funds, maybe just a part, but they will need to wait that 88MPH can generate enough yield by pulling their fund on Compound or Aave before allowing them to withdraw. So it's like the only issue is waiting, but no fund will be lost.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
Cool. So don't hesitate if you have like other questions. I will share the link with you in a few days. Just stay connected on Discord, on our sponsor channel on ETHGlobal. And if I don't go back to you, just ping me, and I will forward you the link.
Pas de souci.
Cool. And we have Frol. Hey, Frol, do you have some questions for us? Okay, guys. So if you still have questions for us after that workshop, don't hesitate to ask us directly on the sponsor channel on ETHGlobal Discord server. We will try our best with Zephram, with Joshua, and the rest of the team to answer you as quickly as possible. Don't hesitate to ping us, mention us directly in the channel. You can reach out to us also on Telegram or Twitter, like whatever channel you want. It's fine. And yeah, maybe we will run a last workshop in a few days if you encounter a new issue integrating with 88MPH. And I think that's the end of the workshop, guys. So thanks for your time. Thanks for listening. I will post that on YouTube, so you can listen again, all of that in a few hours.
Thanks, guys. This was great.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, team. Bye.